This is a second recording for section 8.7. So in the last section, we calculated the monthly payment for a mortgage and talked about how much of your monthly payment would be going towards principal and how much towards interest. And this is just a little bit of information about what you can afford. Here's the bottom line from most financial advisors. You should spend no more than 28% of your gross monthly income for your mortgage payment. Spend no more than 36% of your gross monthly income for your total monthly debt, including mortgage payments, car payments, credit card bills, student loans, and medical debt. So here is just a chart of the approximate gross annual income and what you can afford in terms of a monthly mortgage payment and how much total you could afford for credit obligations. So if you earn $50,000 a year, you should not have a monthly mortgage payment more than $1,167. Right? And you shouldn't have more than $1,500 a month in total debt. So you can look through that chart at your leisure. Suppose that your gross annual income is $25,000. Find the following round to the nearest dollar. What is the maximum amount you should spend each month on mortgage payment? So remember, that's 28% of your gross monthly income. That's from 2 slides ago. Here we are given our annual income, and you would realize if you did 28% of $25,000, you couldn't have a mortgage of $7,000 a month. That wouldn't make sense. So you need to find your monthly income. So you divide your annual income by 12, 25,000 divided by 12, and round to the nearest dollar is $2,083 because it's $2,083.33. So we want 28% of our of $2,083 because that's our gross monthly income, and which of course means 0.28 of means times 0.28 times 2083, which is $583.24. So with an annual income of $25,000, right, you should only plan on spending $583 a month on mortgage. What is the maximum amount you should spend each month for total credit obligations, including credit cards, car payment, etc.? Remember that amount was 36% from 2 slides ago. 36% of your gross month income, 0.36 times 2083. 0.36 times 2083, which is $749.88. Part C, if your monthly mortgage payment is 80% of the maximum amount you can afford, what is the maximum amount you should spend each month for all other debt? So we decided in Part A that the maximum amount on the monthly mortgage that was $583. And for Part B, all other, including the mortgage, all debt is what was that? $750. Okay. So if your monthly mortgage payment is 80% of the maximum amount, the maximum amount that you can afford is $583. So the actual mortgage payment is 80% of that. All right. If your monthly mortgage payment is 80% of the maximum amount allowed, so this is the maximum amount allowed. So we're not paying as much as we potentially could, which is a good thing. 583 $583. So this is, if you round to the nearest dollar, is $466, right? Is how is your mortgage. We decided the total debt could be up to $750. What is the maximum amount you should spend each month for all other debt? So we're only paying $466 for our mortgage. For total debt, we could pay $750. So we could actually pay for other debts $750 minus $466, $284 on other debt, credit card payments, car payments, etc. All right, so this here's the answer. How much? So circle it. All right, because the total for all debt is $750, but we only spent 80% of the maximum amount for our mortgage. All right, so whatever's left over from that is for the other debt. Just some benefits of renting or buying a home. For renting, benefits of renting, no down payment or points are required. You generally have a security deposit that's returned at the end of your lease. Very mobile. You can easily relocate, moving as often as you like and as your lease permits. Does not tie up hundreds of thousands of dollars that might be invested more safely and lucratively elsewhere. Most financial advisors agree that you should buy a home because you want to live in it, not because you want to fund your retirement. Another benefit of renting, it does not clutter what you can afford for your total monthly debt with mortgage payments. May involve lower monthly expenses. You pay rent, whereas a homeowner pays the mortgage, taxes, insurance, and upkeep. Can provide amenities like swimming pools, tennis courts, and health clubs if you rent. Avoid the risk of falling house prices. Does not require home repair, maintenance, and groundskeeping. There are no property taxes. Generally less costly than buying a home when staying in it fewer than a few years. Some benefits of home buying. Peace of mind and stability. Provide significant tax advantages, including deduction of mortgage interest and property taxes. If you pay rent, you can't deduct those like you can with mortgage and interest and property taxes. There's no chance of rent increase over time. Allows for freedom to remodel, landscape, and redecorate. You can build up equity in your home, which is the difference between the home's value and what you owe on the mortgage. As the mortgage is paid off, the possibility of home appreciation is a potential source of cash income in the form of equity loans. Last one. When looking at 7-year time frames, the total cost of renting, monthly rent, renter's insurance, loss of potential interest on security deposit is more than twice the cost of buying for homeowners who itemize their tax deductions. So for short term, obviously, renting is better. In the long term, buying is better.